those next to us talking. They won't shut up, and I can't give you any more medication. I've given you too much as it is.
My body feels so numb.
Do you remember who I am? Yes, you do. I'm Annie Wilkes. I've told you enough times.
How did I get here?
By a miracle. There is no other word to describe it.
I can't remember.
There was a storm. All the weathermen said it was going south towards New Mexico. I was inside right getting feed for the livestock. Andy Roberts said, "You better step on it if you want to get there before the storm hits." And I said, "No, Andy, the storm's going south." And he said, "No, it's changed his mind." So I had to step on it. There's no one to feed the animals but me. There's the Roydmans, but they don't like me very much. So I was just creeping along in the snow, and that's when I saw skid marks. So I got out of the car and I looked over the edge, and that's when I saw your car, all topsy-turvy, half buried in the snow down by the river. So I hoofed it down through the trees, and that's when I heard groaning, Paul, and that was you.
I just can't seem to remember any of this.
When I called you out, you had that little bruise on your head. It didn't look like much. It was your legs. You could see straight away that your legs, they just weren't right. I know I had to get you in the warm or you die, so I hauled you up to the truck. You're heavy. You're lucky I don't give up easily. And I drove home as fast as I dared. That's when I smelled food on your breath, Paul.
I've been drinking champagne because I finished the book. God, I'm so stupid.
Stupid is the word, Paul. I thought you were going to die. I was so sure. And then you screamed and I felt better because I knew you'd live. So I gave you some strong pain medication and then you started to scream again. That's when I found your driver's license, Paul. It said, Paul Sheldon, and I thought, no, there must be a coincidence. So I went into the hall and I checked the photograph on the back of Misery and Friends, and I had to sit down. I got scared. I got real scared. I thought I was going to faint, and that's when I found the brightest gift card. Paul Sheldon. Oh boy, baby. Paul Sheldon.
Well, I'm surprised you know who I am.
That's a laugh. I'm your #1 fan. That's what's so miraculous, because before I went to get the feed, I went to check out the paperbacks in Wilson's. And no such luck. I was actually thinking about you, Paul. Oh, I fed you intravenously to start with. That's what the marks on your arms are.
Shouldn't I be in a hospital?
No, you're better than in a hospital because I'm a trained nurse. You won't get better care anywhere. Now, it's time that you rested.
Did you find a bag inside the car? Small, about this big.
Okay. No. I was just following you, you old silly. Can I look inside?
Sure. I'm just relieved that you've got it.
Fast cars. So it can't be a Misery novel. No cars in the 18th century, fast or otherwise. You wouldn't mind if I took the liberty of glancing through, would you?
No, of course not.
And if I were to read it, then you wouldn't mind?
No, you'll be privileged. Actually, you'll be the first person to read it. Well, other than me.
Because I would never presume to do such a thing, Paul. I respect you too much. In fact, I love you. Your creativity, that's all that I meant.
I was wondering if the telephone lines were, around here. I need to make a phone call to my agent. She's going to be terribly worried.
No, the phone lines aren't working. Sorry, Paul. Time for pills. 1 on the hour, every hour. Not 5 minutes to the hour, not before the hour, but on the hour.
You haven't mentioned any of the book. Have you read any of it?
About 40 pages. I don't like it as much as the others. Jumps around in time a lot. It's very confusing.
Well, it's a technique to show Tony's confused state of mind. You know?
Oh, yes. Clearly he's very confused, but it makes it less interesting. No, not boring. I'm sure you couldn't create a boring character, but less interesting.
Well, it's a style a lot of contemporary novels use. It's called stream of consciousness.
Is it?
Okay, what else?
Well, Paul, it's the profanity. Every other word is the F word. It has no nobility.
Tony's a ghetto kid from Spanish Harlem, and everyone uses those words.
No, they do not, Paul. What do you think I say when I go to the feed store in town, huh? Give me some of that effing medicine, a bag of that bitchy cow corn, and some of that airline medicine just as quick as you effing can. Oh, what do you think I say when I go down to the bank? Hey, Mrs. Bellinger, here's $50. You better give me a check just as quick as you can. What do you think they said when they put me on a stand in Denver and then they... Now look what you made me do.
Look, Danny, I'm sorry you don't like the book.
It isn't what I wanted. Misery is what I wanted, not some little sitcom thing! How look what you made me do.
Look.
I have such a temper.
Okay, well, if that's the sub, then please don't read any more. If it makes you angry, I sort of depend on you. You know?
You sure do. I blacked out all the swear words for you.
Okay, thank you.
I may go back to it later.
Well, please, look, as I said, don't go back to it. If it makes you mad, you're the only person I have around here to help me around.
I know.
I was wondering if the telephone lines were working yet.
No, they're not, Paul. And I'd appreciate it if you stopped asking me.
Well, Annie, it's been quite a while.
I am aware of how long it's been, Paul. And I'd appreciate it if you stopped quizzing me. I am not the phone company, Paul.
Annie?
What?
I was wondering if I could have a pack of cigarettes. They're in my bag.
They're cancer sticks.
So they say. Could I have one, please?
I am not having your death on my conscience. And you're still so ill. Ugh, smokers.
Well, the pills?
Suppose you want your cock-a-doodle medication?
Yes, please. Oh, I didn't realize the pills were numbing the pain.
First of all, I gotta clean up all this mess. The mess you made.
Annie, I was wondering if I could have my medication now.
No, I must rinse all the soap will leave those spots.
Annie, you made me wait nearly 8 hours. I'm gonna scream in a
Then
minute.
scream! But remember, this is nobody's fault. It's your own. Here you go. 3 now, instead of the usual time. Stop. Wait a minute. Paul, you just wait a minute. Here. Take this. Come on, it's only soap water. It won't hurt you.
I'm not drinking that. What do you think? I'm some sort of naughty child? You must be joking.
I assure you, Paul, I am not joking. And believe me when I tell you, I can make Paul all of it. It's a good boy. Now, won't make me mad again, will you?
No, I won't. seems so long since I wrote the paperback version. I mean, I always think of that time when I was...
Well, not everybody can afford fancy hardbacks, Mr. Man.
Okay. Well, what do you think of the book?
Oh, I love it. It more than makes up for that other book. Paul, tell me what happens. I just got to the part where the gypsy fortune teller, she trapped Misery, but it's not really the gypsy fortune teller. Is it Gwendolyn? I thought it was that rookie woman.
My lips are sealed.
Paul, can I ask you a personal question?
Sure, go right ahead.
Where'd you get all your ideas from?
No. I didn't mean it like that. It's just, that's the question people ask writers all the time. Where do you get your ideas from?
If you get asked it all the time and it's such a stupid question, then I suppose you have a pretty special answer.
No. I didn't mean offense like that.
Oh, no, Paul. You go right ahead. I'm all ears. You tell me. Where do you get all your ideas from?
Well, you know, all kinds of places. Conversations, things you hear, other...
No, not those ideas. The special ideas. Ones that they make the books come to life.
I don't know. They just...
Paul, where'd you get all your ideas from?
Just nowhere. They just... Nowhere.
Oh, Paul. I'm not going to sleep a wink. Not until I finish this book. Reading one of your books is like being in love. No. It's better.
What? Annie, what's wrong? Are you all right?
You dirty dog! I miss you!
What's wrong? What have I done?
Misery! She got me dead, Misery! Just say she got me dead.
God's sake. Annie, please!
You dirty bird! You lying on cheating dirty bird! Who could you?
Annie? She died giving birth, and that often happened in those days. She gave her own life for her baby. It was a noble sacrifice, and her spirit will all...
I don't want her spirit! I want her. You murdered her.
I did not kill her.
And if you didn't, Mr. Paul Shelby, then who did?
Oh, she just slipped away.
People in stories, they don't just slip away. You're in charge. You're God. You make things happen. Oh boy, you must think I'm stupid.
I don't...
I was a nurse. I know how people die. I have millions of people die in my own arms. I think I better go.
Go? Where?
I don't think I better be here for a while. I'm gonna go to this place I go to when I feel like this. I gotta go, Paul.
Will you be back for my medication? Annie!
I have a cool, fresh glass of water for you. Slowly! You're gonna be sick.
Annie, the pills. The pain.
I know, Paul, poor darling. But I had to get away. And I get mad. My thoughts, they often get muddy. I'll give you medication. But first, there's something I want you to do for me.
For God's sake, Annie, treat me like a human being. You can't do this. I'm in terrible pain. Annie!
Destroy it.
No, Annie. This is the best work I've ever done.
I beg to differ. Destroy it, Paul.
Oh, okay, come on. You think it's the only copy I bothered to make? Do you know how much I get for making a book? You think that is the only copy I bothered to make?
Yes, I do, Paul. It's disgusting. That aside is also no good.
No good? You wouldn't know good if you walked up in the face.
Good. He wouldn't spit in my face. Even white, but not good. And second of all, I do know good when I see it, Paul. You're good. You just need some help.
For Christ's sake!
Use all the profanity you like, Paul. There's nothing I haven't already heard.
No, I won't do it.
Paul, I'll give you a double dose. And all the pain will slowly ooze away. You'll start to feel...
I'm hungry. I'm starving.
I'll get you some warm soup, some thick, buttery toast. But until you destroy this book, Paul, there is nothing I can do.
I hate you.
Of course you do. That is what a child says to his mother. I hate you, Mommy. But the mother carries on with her duty as I am doing mine, Paul. Now destroy the book!
No!
Okay, I see you need to be stubborn, but that's fine. I'll come back tomorrow. Although I presume you may go into a coma before...
All right, all right! All right! Just rip it.
Oh no, I can. You must. Your own free will.
Why? But why ever not?
You must do it of your own free will, Paul. Now rip the book!
Why are you making me do this?
I am not making you do anything. It's your own free will, Paul. Good boy. Now, you won't make me mannequin, will you?
No, not anymore.
Good. I'm glad.
What time is it?
It's 5:30.
In the morning?
Now, I've got you a present. Do you want to see?
Sure.
Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? Ta-da! Now you can sit in it. Now you've got your mobility back.
Okay, but what do I need that for exactly?
So you can sit at the table, tummy.
Okay.
What's this I've got here for you? Shall I read it to you?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Okay, it says, to the greatest writer in the world, from your #1 fan. Shall I open it?
I can't wait, go ahead.
Okay, ready?
typewriter lasts forever. It's great.
I got it from Penn's Paper. Isn't that a stupid name for a store? That's why when you said it looked antique,
I didn't mean it like that. Look, it's great. Honestly, I love it.
It's got a missing end, though. It was only $50, but I got it for $45 because of the missing end. You see, the end is missing.
Okay, but what does that matter?
Well, I told Nancy that it's one of the letters in my favorite writer's name.
Oh. Well, it's two of the letters in my favorite nurse's name.
You fooler.
Annie, I was wondering if there'd been anything about my disappearance in the local news. Only seems so strange.
Paul, I am getting really sick and tired of this.
Well, maybe another phone call.
Paul, I told you. I called your agent. Now, if she is not going to call back, that's not my problem, is it?
No, it's not.
Well, is it my problem?
No, I guess not.
No, that's your presence. I'm going to break it down. I'm going to set you up your regular old writer's den right here.
Okay, what will I write exactly?
Another misery novel. Misery's Return. It could be my reward for nursing you back to health.
Annie, look. Misery. She's dead. And I'm really, really sorry.
Paul, even when I was mad at you, I even knew then that Misery couldn't really be dead. You're good! Now, we're gonna see just how good you are.
I'm not even sure if I can even sit in that wheelchair.
Fine, well, let's try it, shall we? God. Here we go. Right, okay. Now,
it's okay, I can do it myself.
do you think this is the first time I put a man in a wheelchair?
Pretty heavy, you know.
Oh, just wriggle over this way. Come on! There's no need to take so long. That's it. You're in. Lovely. Hang on.
I can do it myself!
I know. You're so independent. There we go. Lovely. Now, Paul. Now you've got your mobility back. You're not going to lose my trust, are you?
No, of course not.
Okay.
Annie, will you promise me one thing?
Of course.
If I write this story...
Novel.
Okay. If I write this story, or novel, as you so say,
Yes.
will you let me go when it's done?
You make it sound like I'm keeping you prisoner, Paul. But yes. I suppose by the time you're finished, you'll be fit and ready to take on the strains of meeting new people. Is that what you wanted to hear?
Yes, that's exactly what I wanted to hear.
Good. I knew you writers have big egos, but I didn't realize that you were quite so ungrateful.
I'll need all the other books to cross-check dates and times, if you've got them.
I've got them. Of course, I'm going to buy Misery's Return myself.
Annie, I'm afraid I can't start today.
Why not?
This paper is no good.
Well, Nancy said it was the most expensive of pens of paper.
Didn't your mother ever tell you the most expensive isn't always the best?
No, she did not. She told me you buy cheap, you get cheap.
Getting mad's not going to change the paper.
Do you know what I think? I think you're tricking me. You don't really want to write my book, do you?
Look, you come over here. I'll show you where the problem is with this pencil. Watch. You see how it smudges? A ribbon ink will do just the same.
And you're going to smudge every single page with your finger, are you?
When you're working, you're always hunting back for a date, or a time, or a name, and just the shift of the pages will blur everything. Editors hate corrosive paper. It's one of the first things you learn in this business.
Don't call it that.
What?
Business. Your talent is a gift from God.
I'm sorry.
You should be. You might as well call yourself a whore.
Okay, Okay, good point. Now, getting back...
Paul, just tell me which paper you want and I'll go get it.
We want it to look good for the publisher.
I told you, I'm binding it myself.
Annie, I am on your side, okay?
Don't make me laugh. Nobody's been on my side since my mother died.
No. We want this book to last a lifetime, right? But if I write on this paper...
Stop talking, Paul. Just tell me which paper, and I will go get it.
Okay. Long Grave Meal is good. Try and Modern works just as well.
I'll go right away.
Well, you don't have to go right now. I need my pills. Annie! Look, I'll have to rewrite on this paper anyway. I can start today.
Oh no, Paul. Only a fool would start good work with a bad tone.
Annie, honestly, look, I can start.
You must think that I'm slow and stupid.
No,
Let me tell you, Paul, I'm not slow. And I am not stupid. Do you know why people don't come here, Paul? It's because they all know. Annie Wilkes. She's crazy.
But the pills? Annie! Stop. This was no fucking accident. Fuck. Oh my God. This is so much worse than I thought.
I'm home, Paul. Paul, are you awake up there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, I'm coming now. Hang on. Paul, I got you. Paul, why are you so sweaty?
Yeah, it's been awful. I tried getting back into bed with this wheelchair.
Well, I suppose you live and you learn, don't you? You won't be making me mad again, will you?
No.
As if you live.
Annie, can I have my medication now?
Of course. But first, Paul, I'd like to see if you want me to go back into town for you. To get you some more writer's paper or maybe some special writer's slippers. Because anything you want me to do, Paul, I'll do. Your wish is my command after all.
I'm all good. I'm all set.
And you won't make me mad again either?
No, I won't. Misery's Return, Chapter 1, Rebirth. Her labor had been long and brutal, but it was only when the midwife had urged Rory to ride for the doctor that he realized his darling wife was near death. Her terrible screaming would be forever etched onto his heart. He gave silent thanks as he heard the comforting lullaby of his son upstairs crying, but only to hear that Annabelle Wilkes, surely the greatest children's nurse, was singing to him. As he arrived at the great hall, Misery arose from behind the grand piano. She leapt into his arms breathlessly. Misery! Misery, my darling!
Stop, Paul, stop.
What's wrong?
I think you know what's wrong.
No, I don't. Don't you like it?
It's a cheat. It's a dirty cheat. Rory wrote for the doctor at the end of Misery's child. But the doctor, he never came. Rory's horse tripped on that rotten Mr. Greiger's toll gate, and he lay there all night with broken ribs. So the doctor never came, do you see?
Yes, I suppose, but it's Misery just like you asked me for.
When I was a girl, I liked to watch the movies every Saturday. And my favorite was Rocket Man. There was this one episode where the bad man put Rocket Man in the car, wielded the door shut, and pushed him down this windy road that ended in a huge cliff. And then in the next episode, Rocket Man got out the car, but Rocket Man never actually got out the car. He was in the car and it was like to do the end. Do you understand what I'm telling you?
Yes,
Then
Abby.
you know what's wrong. Okay, we better fix it. We better fix it by tomorrow, because I'm getting sick of all your excuses, Paul.
Any of your stories ready? Misery's Return by Paul Sheldon. Chapter 1, Voices from the Grave. Words alone could not have put Rory into his current state of terror. Before he knew it, the doctor had examined Misery's body and had said something very queer. It's nothing like poor Charlotte Evelyn Hyde's body. I have satisfied myself of that.
Who's Charlotte Evelyn Hyde? She was in the other Misery novels.
Do you want me to read the book or fill in your questionnaire?
No, carry on, Paul, sorry.
Poor Charlotte Evelyn Hyde had fallen into some death-like coma, and before she knew it, she found herself buried alive, 6 foot deep. She tried to dig herself out, but it was no use. When his memory crept back straight to Rory, he rode for the tombstone and leapt to her grave and pressed his ear to the floor. For what seemed like an eternity, he waited and listened until he heard weak hands clawing at wood down deep below, and let out one single breathless sob. Misery, my darling! Misery, I'm coming! Well, is that fair?
It's fair. It's wonderful. But Paul, it's so gruesome. That poor woman. I'll scratch the ends of her fingers off. It isn't like the other Misery novels.
No, maybe it's not. Maybe I should just tear it up.
I'll kill you if you do. I want a new chapter every night.
Can't write a new chapter every single night. It's too much work.
No, it's not, Paul. You can do what that girl did. She wrote another new story every night for 1,000,000 nights.
What, Scheherazade?
And I can help. I won't keep. I'll finish all the missing ends. I'll do it with my eyes shut. I'll read it again, Paul.
Annie, I'm very, very tired right now. I've been working all day, half of last night.
Okay, Paul. I'll leave you to rest. Wait a minute. Maybe it was bees.
What?
Maybe Misery was stung by a bee. And she was allergic. And that's all the other villagers, they thought she died in childbirth, but she didn't. 1 in 12 people died. No, 1 in 12 people, they are allergic to bee venom. But it can cause a comatose state. Maybe that's why that other Charlotte girl, she was buried alive as well.
Okay, so let me get this straight. 2 women in the same village who are not related, both buried within 6 months because of bee stings.
You're the writer, Paul.
Oh, nice of you to say so, Annie.
Forget I said anything.
Wait a minute. Wait one moment. Maybe they are related. Yeah, that would work much better. Actually, maybe Misery is Charlotte's sister or half-sister.
Did I help? Did I?
Give me one moment. I need to write a few things down. Okay, so, maybe they have the same hair or some shit. Maybe someone else knows Misery was buried alive. Annie, I'm doing some really good work here. I'll have a really, really special chapter for you tonight. Annie.
Here.
Annie, are you all right?
No.
Okay, well, I'm almost finished. I'm going to have a really special chapter for you. Would you like your story early today? Okay, well, take a seat on the chair. Go on. Okay, so, do you remember where we left off last night? No, yes, you do. Yes, you do. Rory and Misery boarded Lorelei for the schooner for the dark trip.
To the dark continent?
Yes, to Africa. Shall I read on? Less than 100 miles inland from Boston lived the Borkas, Africa's most feared native tribe, also known as the Bee People. It took Rory 3 days to find him a guide to take him to the country, but he met a man called Ezekiel. He flashed 7 gold teeth every time he spoke. Annie, I'm not finished. He told fabulous tales of women's face carved out in stone, jutting from a cliff, with ruby stones inside their foreheads. Where a whole entire cave of bees, where a whole entire albino bees live. Annie, you're very sick. I honestly think you should go to town and see the doctor.
He was still struggling when I found him. Poor thing. They come into the cellar at night when it rains. I bet you think about escaping, don't you? But you can't. But we can go together. I'm gonna go to my shed now. And I'm gonna get my shotgun. And when I come back, I'm gonna put it in your mouth. And I'm gonna pull the trigger. And then I'm gonna put it in my own mouth. Maybe the next round we better to our fall.
Annie, look. You want me to finish the book, don't you?
Misery?
Yeah, Misery. Look, and I admit, this world, it's a terrible place. There have been a lot of pain.
You don't know the first thing about pain.
Okay. I suppose not compared to you.
No, that's right.
But you want to find out what happens in the end, don't you?
Paul, that's the only thing that I still want left in this world. Did I ever tell you about where a fox said in where a rabbit about his laughing place? There's a sign above the door, Paul. It says, and he's laughing place.
go then. Come on.
Well, I'm sure other women have. Women who are much prettier than me and much bolder about their affections.
It's too early. What are you doing, Annie? I'll need sleep if I'm to write this novel for yours, Annie. Just a few more hours. What are you doing? What's that for? What did you put it? Where are the pills? Oh, God, this stuff's great. This makes Narville look. Feels like I'm walking on the clouds in a fucking Rolls Royce.
Why'd you want first, Paul? The good news or the bad news?
Good news. You don't like the book. Too bad.
I love the book, Paul. You know that.
You love the book? Well, you can't be gonna kill me. There can't be no bad news.
Okay, so the good news is that your car's gone. I was worried about it now that the snow started to melt, but it seems that the storms pushed it down the river. And now it's gone. Poof.
Okay.
And I have to ask myself, do you really want to stay and finish the book, Paul? And as much as I love to pull the wool over my own eyes, I know the answer to that one.
Well, think of something happy, like your family.
When I was 13, Paul, my whole family died in a fire, all except me. Have you any idea how that feels, Paul?
I guess not.
You guess! No. I was put with a horrible, mean family. I know it's not very Christian to say so, but I was actually glad when my stepfather died of food poisoning. And then there was my roommate in nursing school. She had what they call a freak fall. That was the right word to describe her. Freak. It was only one flight, but it was hard floor. I tried to call the hospital, but I had jobs on the maternity wards, St. Joseph's Riverview, and other places. Have you any idea how foul old people can be, Paul, when they're ill and nothing you do is good enough? A lot of them died. An awful lot. Preferred being a maternity nurse. I was good. I was really good no matter what they say. They put me on the stand and accused me said that I was always on duty when the deaths occurred, but what does that prove? What does that prove, Paul?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing! There were millions and millions of times that I was on duty and absolutely nothing happened! I don't believe babies are sold anyway. I was found innocent.
Oh, well, that's good.
Everybody I ever loved dies, Paul. See, is that? But do you know what got me through all that time in Denver and that holding cell? It was you, Paul. It was misery. I read every page, cover to cover. If it wasn't thanks to you, Paul, I think I might try to kill myself. That's why when I found you, it wasn't a coincidence, was it? It really was a miracle.
Nope. Best thing that ever happened to me.
Paul, do you remember when I had to go back to town because your paper wasn't good enough? That was the first time you went out, wasn't it? And don't lie to me because all the hairs are broken.
Hairs?
You can use cotton. But I use hairs from my head, and if they're broken, you know somebody's been snooping. I've known a long time, Paul. That's the bad news.
Okay.
You need your medication. I should have known you'd do anything to get them, but when I get mad, I get oogie. When I came back, I checked the bathroom, and I saw someone missing, but I wasn't sure. How many times have you been out, Paul?
2 times. 2.
Tell me the truth.
Twice. That's all. To get pills and water.
Because let me tell you, Paul, I have stretched strands of hair all over this house, and every single one of them is broken. In the bedroom upstairs, in the shed outside.
How did I get upstairs?
Oh, you're looking for this. I found it. I gave you a pre-op anesthetic.
What do you mean, anesthetic?
God damn you! God damn it! How many times was it? Was it 7? I think it was 7, wasn't it?
Just twice. Just twice.
People like you, who lie for a living, Paul, just can't stop doing it in real life. It doesn't matter how many times you went out, Paul, because the principle doesn't change, and neither does the response. It doesn't matter if you went out 7 times, 70 times, or 7 times 7. It doesn't matter because the principle does not change, Paul. Have I ever told you about what they used to do to the workers at the diamond mines, Paul? Black workers used to put the diamonds up their rectums. Have you any idea what the British did to them, Paul?
I mean, killed them, I guess?
Oh no, Paul. That would be like junking an expensive car because of a broken spring. No. They made sure that they carried on working. They also made sure that they could never escape again. Now, Paul, that operation was called hobbling. And that is what I'm going to do to you.
Look, Addie, I'm sorry. What even is that for? What the fuck is that for?
Come on, don't cry.
Addie,
Like
please,
a baby.
please,
Addie, nurse, Paul, come on.
I won't do it. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Now you're hobbled, Paul. Now you're hobbled. I don't! You blame me!
Hello. Yes, I know. It's just me and you. Annie's gone. I don't know how far along. She left pills. It's just us against the whole entire world. I've got you, and you, and me. Oh, misery, misery, misery. God, it's going to be a limited edition for one, bound by the author's skin. T, 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 T. No N, and now no fucking T. God. It's the most common letter in the English language. Well, I'm going to complain to management. Jesus Christ, I mean, I'm not going to ask for a new typewriter. I'm going to demand one.
I can't hear you working very hard, Paul.
No. Better not ask, better not provoke. Annie is not swayed by pleas or screams. She has the courage of her convictions. Annie, the story's ready! Annie, there you are. Come on, sit down. You know the drill. Rory pulled back with furious strength. Let me go to her, I say. But instead, he looked upon an awful, dreadful sight. Misery had been tied to a post in a clearing, her arms and legs brutally spread-eagled and bound by jungle vines to two thick wooden stakes. She wore not a stitch of clothing, but not even the most prudish churchgoer could have faulted her for her indecency. She wore nothing. She was now covered in bees.
Stop, Castle!
No, I'm still reading. Now, literally, thousands and millions of bees covered Misery's body in a thick, moving blanket, and Ezekiel whispered, as long as these drums beat, these bees will sleep. What if the drums stop, Glorious? And as the drums did, so would the bees.
Does she escape? She has to escape!
Maybe. Maybe not.
But at least tell me, does that burn Isaac betray Misery or not? That is one thing I really need to know, Paul.
Well, if I tell you what you want, you won't respect me in the morning.
You don't know how mad you're making me, do you? You tell.
Look, Annie, do you remember what you said to me back all those months? Don't act like you don't know, because this is how it went. Mommy, you're being mean. Well, that's exactly what you're saying to me. Paul, you're being mean.
If you make me much madder, then I will be responsible.
Look, Annie, what else do you want from me? I've written you a whole new chapter.
Short chapters!
I can't go any faster.
But please tell me, if Ezekiel knows where Misery's feather is, that is one thing, Paul. That is one thing!
Look, Annie, if I give you what you want, you won't want it anymore.
Do you know what I think?
What?
I think your will for me slowing down so that you never finish.
Look, Annie, you can't make me do anything, okay? And if you try and break anything else, I'll die. And it won't be from the shock. No. I'll die on purpose, and I've got to say this time, Annie. Gotta put my foot down on this one.
Alpha! I thought you were gonna die after your operation. I didn't think you were heavy breathing. I had to put your glucose strips back in and keep putting the bandage on your weepy foot. I deserve a medal for that. God knows that I deserve a medal.
You won't change my mind, you know.
Why would I want to change your mind about anything? A Mr. Man like you who thinks for a living. All I did was haul you out of your wrecked car before you froze to death, split your broken legs. I gave you medication, and I wrote you in, and I told you to write the best book that you ever wrote. Now if that's crazy, then take me to the asylum!
You also broke my fucking foot!
Don't use that F word around me. I was brought up better, Paul. Even if you weren't. I should cut off your man for him. God knows I thought about it.
I know. I know.
I want Ian, Paul.
Very, very soon. Just a few more chapters.
One more chapter, Paul.
Okay. One more chapter. Tomorrow you'll find out everything.
Oh, Paul. This is where you belong. You know that, don't you? Yes, it is. Who's coming to look for you? Nobody. Oh, there was a young cop that came around at the beginning, and there was a couple of lines in the newspaper at the back where nobody reads last year, but other than that, there wasn't anything.
Someone came looking for me?
Right at the beginning, you were still unconscious. Oh, but since then, what's happened? Absolutely nothing, Paul. All your so-called friends, they forgot about you as well.
No, they haven't.
Yes, they have, Paul. And who else is there? Nobody. The police, they have far more pressing issues than a missing drunk driver. Oh, and your agent, well, I'm sure she's got plenty of other riders. I haven't heard her pay for any special search parties. No helicopters come in the woods for you, Paul. And who else is there? There's nobody. You're just like me, Paul.
Nothing like you.
Yes, you are. We are no good with other people, Paul.
Speak for yourself.
No, Paul, I speak for both of us. I read the book jackets, Paul. 2 marriages, 2 failures. Truth is, you just about failed at everything. Apart from misery, you tried to write that other book, didn't you? Just that everybody would be inspired, but you failed at that as well, Paul. Paul.
Yes?
I got you your Dom Perignon for when you finish. It cost $75 at the liquor store. And Chucky Yoder said it was the best champagne in the world.
Well, Chucky knows his champagne. Annie, I was wondering if you could do me just a small favor.
Of course.
The cigarettes in my bag.
Paul, I told you they give you cancer.
Would you say cancer is something like me? Someone who's got everything to lose has to worry about. We all know what happens when I tap the end. Look, I just want one. Please, be a sport, Annie, come on.
All right. But before the champagne, I am not drinking an expensive bottle of fizzy beer in a room full of poison.
Okay, put it on my table tonight so I can smoke it on my own.
Paul, it's gonna be a good ending, isn't it?
Yeah, it's gonna be some gripping stuff.
Oh, I love you.
Please. Annie, I finished typing. I'm not doing any work anymore. I'm through. I'm done with this.
All I know is that I can't hear you working.
Well, because I've written 2 words.
The end? The end?
Yeah, of course. No peeking. No peeking.
Oh, Paul, I got you an extra surprise. Not only the champagne, but I got you a big, gooey pile of caviar. I'll go get it now.
see a sign. I mean, the ending's no good. It's better than good. I mean, it's amazing.
Go ahead.
Too bad she'll never read it.
No! Not Misery, you can't! No!
Yeah, I learned that trick from you.
No! No, Paul! Paul, what are you doing? Paul! Paul!
So fucking smart. You're so fucking smart! This was the real copy. Huh? I typed all of this, 2 copies. One for me and one for you. Huh? This wasn't the end you wanted. No, this was the end I wanted.